lovely Virgos. So guys, I don't know how it happened, but we're into June 2025. It's lovely to be with you guys. I hope everything is good in your world. Now, Virgo, I simply saw somebody looking at an email that actually went into their junk email inbox. And they were smiling to themselves thinking, oh my God, that was a long time ago. I can't believe they kept my email address. I feel, Virgo, you may be connecting with somebody you knew obviously a long time ago. This is someone, Virgo, who may have recently ended a relationship, may have got divorced, or may have realized, having checked you out online, that you are newly single. Now, guys, I'm sorry if this is a bit disappointing for some of you, but I'm definitely connecting with a Virgo, male or female, who is older. And by that, I mean definitely over 40. I'm not dealing with somebody in their 20s or 30s. This is definitely somebody over 40. Now, either you, Virgo, never married, right? You've just maybe been concentrating on your career, or you may have had a relationship that went under. But this is someone who definitely was actually married, and this is someone who is now divorced, and they are thinking of you. So, my lovely Virgos, this could be a reconciliation. The reason why I think this email, by the way, went into this person's junk inbox, went into your inbox, Virgo, is there were attachments, because I saw photographs. So this person may be sending you photographs of the time when you two met. I don't know. For some of you, it could have been 20, maybe even 30 years ago. I don't know. But they kept photographs, and this is someone who wants to reconnect. I think this is someone very genuine. It may be, Virgo, this is the one that got away way back then. Maybe they weren't ready to commit. You weren't ready to commit. Maybe both of you headed off with different people in other directions. I don't know. But I think this might work out. I'm hearing from Archangel Michael there is a sticking point. I don't know what that is. It might be, Virgo, this is somebody who lives miles away from you. Different state, different city, even different country. There is a sticking point. It may also be, Virgo, that one of you is of a very strong religion, and maybe the other person's family at the time that you met was disapproving, vice versa. Times have changed is what I'm hearing. Okay, my lovely Virgos. So here we go. Archangel Michael, tell us about this situation for my Virgos. What's going on for Virgo? Masculine or feminine? What's going on for Virgo? Thank you, Michael. So much going on in my mind, guys. I'm sorry for the silence. I heard a very old song by... can't remember this guy's name. The One and Only. I want to say Chevy Chase, but it's Chevy something. Oh, I can't remember. It's a long time ago. Call me by your name. Call me by your number. You are the one and only. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Virgo, look at that. Communication coming in very fast from a distance. I'm hearing happy news. Happy news. It's going to specifically come in on a day, Virgo, where you are very busy. You may miss this email even for a couple of days if you don't check your emails every day. Yeah. Okay. Crossing that, Virgo, is the Strength card. This is someone who is having the confidence and courage to reach out, even though they may be nervous. This could be a Leo for some of you, or you could have Leo in your chart. They may even talk to you, Virgo, about their health, or it could be maybe even their partner passed away from an illness. The strength can relate to health. Okay. In the past, 5 of Swords. Virgo, you sabotaged this. It could simply have been out of fear. It could be you weren't ready to commit. It could be you were dating somebody else at the time. It didn't work out in the past. After that time, the star, Aquarian energy, you may have healed from the ending of a relationship, or you may have connected very deeply with your spirituality. You could have Aquarius in your chart, or this person could be an Aquarian. In your thoughts now, my Virgos, you, the Hermit, you're looking at the past and you're doing some soul searching. It's as if you're right back 20, 30 years ago. Oh my goodness, I remember meeting this person. I remember that connection. In the immediate future, guys, the Ace of Cups. Virgo, you are beginning to daydream about a new love connection with this person from the past. Very simple. In your fears, the Chariot, fearing that they do live at a substantial distance from you. Worried that this will be a long distance connection. Thinking to yourself, would I really want that? Would it get very expensive? Would there be trust issues if we lived hundreds or thousands of kilometers apart? I don't know. This person's energy, the 9 of Swords. They've been having sleepless nights for some reason. They could have been receiving downloads from their higher self or from the divine, that they are supposed to be with you, that something happened which caused them to become single, and they're looking back thinking, I know why that happened, because I think I was supposed to be with Virgo. Or if their partner passed away, this is someone who's just getting over the grieving process. Good for you to know that, Virgo, because this is you knowing that you need to take this really slowly. Or this could be somebody who is just out of a relationship. Again, Virgo, make sure this isn't somebody who is just clutching hold of straws. I don't think they would be. But, you know, if this is somebody who's just signed divorce papers and they're feeling a bit ungrounded, a bit on their own, a little bit nervous about the future, alone, people can jump towards other people without really thinking things through. Just be careful. Could be anything, though. In your hopes, High Priest. Hoping, Virgo, that this is someone who wants a traditional relationship. You could be hoping to be with a Taurian, or you could be hoping, Virgo, that this is someone who's definitely not married, right? They haven't just had a row with their wife or husband and leaping towards you because they don't feel very good about themselves. I don't know. And the outcome, guys. The Death card, Scorpio, major change and transformation. Wow. Okay, Virgo, I think this is going to be a brand new romance with somebody you knew a long time ago who's going to reach out definitely by email. This may even be somebody, Virgo, that if you're much older, okay, this is somebody who may not be au fait with regularly using WhatsApp, or they're not really good at text messages. They are potentially a little old school, very traditional. They would email you, right? Clarification for you, 7 of Pentacles. You may have been stuck in nostalgia a little bit. You might have been looking at past mistakes. Or you could be looking at past mistakes, Virgo, thinking, oh, I sabotaged this in the past. You know, I hoped to be with this person, but I ran off in the opposite direction, or I wasn't ready, or I didn't think it was going to work out, or I was too nervous about getting that serious back then. But Virgo, they're coming back into your life. So what's past is past. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Virgo now, guys. Again, male or female, okay? It might well be that you saw this as just a dalliance. You saw this as something very casual. You felt very attracted to this person, but that was it. You may have been a fair bit younger. They might have been a fair bit younger. Whatever happened here, Virgo, I think you just thought, no. No, no, no. I don't know, guys. As a masculine, you may have saw this as just a casual thing. And then 20, 30 years later, realizing, wow, that was a person I was supposed to marry. If you're a female, you may have felt that this person was a bit fly-by-night. They could have been very attractive at uni, but you may have felt, yeah, they're not marriage material. Virgo, this could even be same-sex. I don't know. We don't have any kings or queens or court cards out yet. But this person is on the return. Now, their energy, Ace of Wands. They're stressed out somehow about the Ace of Wands. Yes. So Virgo, maybe they treated you as a casual fling in the past, a long time ago. And this is this person regretting that. Maybe they ended up marrying somebody else and realized that you were the one. Maybe they mistook the attraction with you as just chemistry at the time back here. And now looking back, they realize that you two did fall in love. You could have met when you were really young. Six of Swords, yeah, okay. Ooh, Virgo. They are wanting to travel to see you, to talk. It could be across the water. They could be getting on a plane. They want to smooth over the past with you. Because I feel, Virgo, this is someone who very much wants to be part of your future. I'm getting that. They're not messing around, Virgo. They may have had an awful relationship, or they may have been in a difficult situation, maybe even with a partner who had a terminal illness or something like that. They may even have been having to heal. Maybe this is someone who dealt with a partner who suffered long-term depression, something like that. Whatever's happening here, Virgo, they're single and you're single. So guys, underneath the deck, we have the Emperor. Virgo, you could be a female connecting with an Emperor who's recently gone through some heartbreak. Or Virgo, you could be a masculine who's older, ready to meet someone new. You may have gone through divorce and it was very difficult. You may have been ready to meet someone new. Yeah, the world. Now, the world can be the internet. The world can be global travel. I am getting a feeling here, Virgo, that whomever you're connecting with is just out of a connection, or their partner has literally just passed, okay? Take it really, really slowly with this person. I don't think they're just looking for a safe place to land. I don't. But make sure they're really ready, because whoever this is still sat in the Nine of Swords. Desperately wanting a passionate new start, desperately wanting to move to calmer waters. I want to forget about what I've been through, and they're approaching you, Virgo, but just be careful. Just make sure they're really ready. All right, guys. So, Archangel Michael, tell us about the Eight of Wands and the Strength card. Yeah. Virgo, you may have walked away from opportunities out of disappointment. You may have tried dating and it just didn't work. Or it may well be, Virgo, that you walked away from a relationship relatively recently. The Moon. You might have walked away from a Pisces or a Cancerian. Or with the energy of the Moon, you're sat in a little bit of fear that this person wants to come to see you. The Fool. Wow. Emperor and the Fool. They could be an Aries, or you could have Aries in your chart. You're not certain how this is going to go. You're not sure, right? Three of Cups. You may want to talk to friends about the situation. You may want a best friend's advice, but what you're realizing here is they want to reconcile with you. And again, it might have been quite a long time since you saw this person. What you're telling yourself is, Virgo, if they're connected to someone else, if there's any sense that they're looking for a fling, this will be a third-party situation, you're saying no, right? You've told yourself, if there's any insinuation that this person is just unhappy in a relationship, I'm going to say no. But I'm getting a really strong feeling, Virgo, that they have ended a situation or their partner's passed away, something like that. I have to be honest, though, I don't think they're quite ready to get serious. Not really serious. But they do want to touch base. So, Virgo, you may need to put this person a little bit at arm's length. Let them know that you want to take this one day at a time. No rush. You may decide, Virgo, that, again, male or female, you don't want to be intimate for a period of time. You want to just make sure this is really going to work first. Or at least you guys are on the same page. You're both looking for a proper relationship. That's what you want, Virgo. That's what I'm getting here. So in the past, you may have sabotaged this. My lovely Virgos. For so many reasons, 9 of Cups. You might have felt the grass was greener. I've got to be honest. Or you may have had a lot of people very interested in you when you were younger. You may have had your pick. You may have had your pick. Queen of Swords. If you're a masculine, Virgo, you may have been super interested in a Queen of Swords, but she may have been very blunt with you. I'm wanting a proper commitment, Virgo. I'm not looking to be just a woman you date casually with other women. No. So as a masculine, you may have turned your back on a Queen of Swords and regretted it. She could have been an Aquarian, okay, or had Aquarius in her chart. Or Virgo, if this is you, you may have felt that this person was a little bit of a player, to be blunt with you. You may have headed off very quickly in another direction, sabotaged this, believing this person was still sat in the Knight of Wands energy. Or you may have simply felt you guys were too young when you met and this person wasn't ready. If this is a traditional male-female type connection, because it could be same-sex, I don't know, then this might be simply a guy who hadn't grown up enough, he was too young, he wasn't ready to get married, you know, that sort of thing. And maybe you were. So you might have headed off to meet somebody who was ready. Whatever happened here, in the immediate past, Virgo, you found yourself single. 9 of Pentacles. If you're a masculine, after you realizing that you were ready for love again, you may well have been thinking about someone sat in pre-Empress energy. A woman from the past you couldn't forget. If you're female, Virgo, it may well be that you healed from the ending of a relationship. You could have got divorced. What was your mindset in the immediate past? Yeah, 4 of Cups, not particularly content, not very happy, or bored with being single, bored with not finding the right person. Yeah, just feeling as if it would never happen. You know, oh, I just meet people that want to juggle me with other people. Or maybe, Virgo, you just kept yourself busy. Oh, so bored. I'm so bored, but I'm just going to keep myself busy. I'm going to pick up some hobbies. I'm going to get my head down at work, whatever this was. But a feeling of being just a little bit discontent. Now, guys, the Hermit in your thoughts, doing some soul searching, guys, as you're standing at crossroads. Doing some soul searching whilst you're standing at crossroads. You know the truth. And I think, Virgo, the truth is you're realizing this person is very keen to see you. And obviously you've told yourself the truth that you're single and you're ready for a relationship. So you're sort of looking at things logically, Virgo, which is very you. What else are you thinking about? Temperance. I want to take it slowly. I don't want this to be rushed. For some, you could be thinking of a Sagittarian. You could be looking at past mistakes, believing you met the right person in the past as Sag, but they weren't ready or you weren't ready in the past. Could be anyone though. The Sun or a Leo. Somebody maybe who lived at a distance from you or got on with their lives, moved forward, headed in a different direction maybe. In your head about this person. Yes. This person had beautiful eyes. I'm just hearing, God, they had such lovely eyes. Something about this person was just, I'm hearing mesmerizing. Okay, Virgo. All right, guys. So, in the immediate future, Ace of Cups. You're ready for love. You're feeling very emotional about this person. Although at this point, Virgo, you may not have met them in person yet, right? Face to face. Whoever you're connecting with, they're stressing out. Now, either they're stressing out because they behaved like a player in the past, even though, Virgo, that might have been 20, 30 years ago, they're afraid that they made a really bad impression on you. Or this is someone who is still feeling raw, pertaining to a connection that they're no longer in. Either due to illness, the Nine of Swords can be illness, or due to the fact that a relationship has just ended. Maybe it just came to a natural end. This person and whoever they were with, they might have just simply grown apart. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords for my Virgos? Thank you, Michael. 15th of August. He's pointing forward. I'm hearing I'm busy after the 21st of October. So from the 15th of August to the 21st of October, you two are going to be emailing. I know it sounds a bit old-fashioned, but that's what we have. This person may say to you, do you want to give me a ring? You know, this is my number. So I'm connecting with a Virgo who has not changed their basic email address for quite a long time. Or, Virgo, you may know that you have your email address somewhere online that's easily found, right? You could even run a business and have a business email address or something. Let's have a look at your person. I'm really curious to see what they are thinking about. What is your person thinking about, Virgo? The Empress. Now, either this is a masculine who's recently coped with the death of their partner, their Empress. Okay, their Empress might have had a terminal illness. Or maybe this person is dealing with the ending of a difficult situation simply with their partner. Maybe this is someone who realized that the relationship was just over. The love wasn't there anymore. Eight of Pentacles. I think this person's been keeping themselves busy working because they wanted to sort of blot out the past. They wanted to blot out the past. King of Swords. They may have been communicating with a King of Swords, or as a female Virgo, this could be a King of Swords. Very logical, trying to push down their feelings, but inside feeling very nervous. How does this person feel about my Virgos? Wow, guys, I'm hearing I could never forget you. I could never forget you. Yeah, Two of Cups. This is the quintessential two people meeting 20, 30 years ago. One person wasn't ready. One person was playing the field. The other person headed off to be with somebody else. You two parted. You may even have moved to different areas of the world even. But there was a very special series of memories that both of you held dear. You may have kept each other's love letters or notes. You may occasionally have pulled out photographs of this person, maybe even in a yearbook, I don't know. It's almost as if this was meant to be in the past, but fate took you in different directions. That's how I feel, guys. Why is this person so upset about their partner? Oh my gosh. Okay, Virgo. The Ten of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords is a very painful ending. So either their partner did pass away from an illness, maybe a terminal illness, or perhaps, Virgo, their partner cheated on them. Male or female, right? And they had to get over that. It was very difficult. How are they feeling about my Virgo? What do they want with my Virgos? Good. Virgo, this is probably the best card that could have come through for you. They are serious. This is someone very stable. They are emotionally trying to get themselves grounded, okay? They're still feeling a little fragile. They want to take it very, very slowly. Fantastic, Virgo. Fantastic. They're wanting to take it really slowly, but they are thinking of you at a distance. They are thinking of you. This is not someone, Virgo, who lives near you. This is not someone who lives in the same town or maybe just 100 kilometers away. This is someone who lives quite a way away. Could even be across water here. But this is someone who really wants to touch base. How are you feeling, my Virgos? Are you excited? Are you nervous? Oh, Virgo, wow. You may be quietly quite excited, guys. I mean, Ace of Cups, Four of Wands is... This could be a brand new relationship with somebody I knew a long time ago. And you know what it's like, guys. No matter what anyone says, there is a feeling of safety if you've known this person before. Now, it's not to say that they could have turned into somebody unpleasant in 30 years, but for the majority of people, somebody's basic personality doesn't usually change over the years. I think, Virgo, if you felt this was someone really lovely, but you guys just weren't ready, or you moved in different directions, or you met other people, what you're excited about, Virgo, is without even seeing this person in the flesh again, at this point, because I think you two were either emailing or you may Skype, I don't know, you're feeling this could be a new relationship for you. You're very excited about this. Yes, and you may even feel, Virgo, that with the Wheel of Destiny, it was fate that brought you back together again. I mean, not to be macabre, Virgo, but if your person relates to you, God, I had a nightmare, you know, my person betrayed me, they ran off with somebody else, or I had to cope with nursing my partner, they passed away, it was a very difficult time, they were ill for many years or something like that. Even though you will obviously commiserate with this person, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Inside, Virgo, you may be thinking, it was meant to happen this way, right? We were supposed to come back together again after all this time. What are you going to say to this person? I'm shocked. The Tower. Scorpio, Aries energy. You may say to this person, I never thought I'd ever hear from you again. You may feel, Virgo, you have a lot of catching up to do. Years of catching up. Page of Swords. Virgo, make sure you don't grill or interview this person. You may be thinking, okay, all right, well, I'm having fantasies about us getting engaged, getting married, living together. It was all meant to be, but you're going to stick your practical hat on, Virgo, and you are going to be asking this person some pretty pertinent questions. Just be gentle, right? Because you could be feeling super excited, and then you may think to yourself, no, keep grounded, Virgo, right? You don't know what this person's been through in the last 20, 30 years. Ask those questions. Don't lay it out, you know, question 1, question 2, question 3, Virgo. I know what you guys are like, and I love you for it. My dad's a Virgo. But, you know, just get to know this person over time. I mean, obviously, the main question you want to ask is, are they still connected to the person that they were with? Now, if this person says to you, my partner passed away, then obviously they're not connected to their past partner. If this is someone that you feel has broken off a relationship or ended a relationship, you know, you may want to say to this person, oh, I'm so sorry about that. Do you still live in the same house? Or, okay, so I assume you've moved into separation. You're probably still married. Just say it in a casual way, Virgo, because this person otherwise may feel you're grilling them. And remember, even though they're super keen, I think, to actually make it work with you in the future, they don't want to be put off because this is you being a bit blunt, okay? All right, guys. What are you going to say then? What are you going to say? 5 of Pentacles. Virgo, it may not be appropriate to ask this person about their financial situation, putting it out there. Have you got a good job? Are you retired? Do you own your property? Are you divorced? Yeah, Virgo, cool it a little bit, because this person may be a bit put off. They are sat coping with a very difficult ending. They never fell out of love with you. They might have felt you were the one that got away. They're sitting in a lot of romantic memories pertaining to you, whereas you're being super logical. It might take the shine off a little bit. There's no rush. You haven't even met this person face to face yet. So take it easy. Give this person time to tell you about them, their situation, their life story over maybe the next few months. I feel, Virgo, you may be super keen. And because of that, you want to make sure that they tick all your boxes immediately, right? So you're not living in fantasy land and realizing this person's still married or realizing this person's on the breadline. I mean, just take it day by day is what I'm hearing. I think, Virgo, you're just in your head about whether or not this could actually go the distance. Yeah, you're just a bit confused. Yeah, my Virgos. Of course you would be, guys. And you know, if this is somebody from the past that you have strong feelings for, the first thing you want to find out is, okay, well, do they tick most of my boxes? If they do, then great. You know, your fears are alleviated, but it might put this person off a little bit. So, you know, what is the energy between you two? What is the energy? Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Virgo, this is somebody who, because they have faced an ending, however their situation ended, they are moving now. This might be somebody who is even considering moving to your area or to your state or your country if they feel deep down that this really is going to work. They may be floundering a little bit in the dark, thinking, okay, I'm on my own, my partner's gone, I still love Virgo deep down. I always have, right? But we couldn't be together in the past. They may be ready for a major life change. And if you guys do live at a distance, Virgo, this could mean that this relationship may be able to work out long term in the future. the distance wouldn't be an issue anymore, because this definitely is somebody who lives at a distance from you. So what are you hoping for, my Virgos? Hoping this could lead to marriage. You could be hoping to be with a Taurian. You could be hoping this is going to unfold in a very traditional manner, that this person is simply going to date you. Or, Virgo, you could be a masculine. I don't know. The Magician. The Magician. I mean, Virgo, this is you wanting to manifest marriage. Manifest a traditional relationship. Goodness me. Queen of Pentacles. If you're a masculine Virgo, you may have felt as if you met your perfect counterpart, Queen of Pentacles. Now, if it's the same sex, one of you is sat in your masculine, one in your feminine, you know how it goes, guys. If you are a feminine Virgo, you may simply be ready to look at this at a very serious level. You may feel, okay, wow, the connection is still there. The attraction is still there. I mean, I'm sure you guys are going to swap photographs, right? You may feel that now is the right time for you two to finally come together. You may feel, looking back, that you wasted years with the wrong person, or this person may feel that way. I should have moved towards Virgo to begin with, right? But the final card, guys, is the Death card. This is very, very exciting because, Virgo, this is the ending of a cycle, maybe a cycle of you being single. And this is transformation. What is the energy of the Death card, guys? The Knight of Cups. I have a feeling that even though the divine is saying, Virgo, take it slowly, it may be very difficult because the love is still there. The love is still there. The love is still there. Ten of Cups. Virgo, you may feel that this is your perfect person. You may feel that this was meant to work out this way. Three of Pentacles. You may be introduced to this person's children, who could be a fair bit older by now. They could be in their 30s or even 40s. I don't know. What's going on here? I'm getting a lovely feeling there, my Virgos. Page of Wands, yeah. I mean, you could be introduced to their child or children, or you are simply flirting, enjoying each other's company, maybe at a distance, arranging to meet. Wow, okay. Four of Swords. Virgo, I think this is you getting cold feet. I think this is you feeling as if this is taking off very fast. You two may go from, you know, messaging initially, and then maybe 3 or 4 days later they come back to you. And then it's every day, and then they're emailing twice a day, and then you're talking on the phone, and then they're saying, oh, Virgo, I never forgot you. I think I still love you. It may speed up very fast. I think this is you sort of pulling back, thinking, hang on, hang on, hang on. I don't want to get too excited about this because it may not work out. I don't think you are just sitting in any negative energy, Virgo. I just think you're nervous of fantasizing about this really working out long term and then being disappointed. Because what I see is this person saying they love you, talking about how happy you would be together. This is you two rebuilding the foundation of this, being introduced to their children or child, or your children or child. And with the Four of Swords, this is you suddenly screeching to a halt. Oh, okay, let's just take this slowly, right? Oh, my lovely Virgos. What are you talking about here? The Six of Pentacles. Now, guys, you could be talking about anything because this is such an elusive energy. You could be saying to this person, there was no equal give and take in the past. As in, have they changed? Do they really want a serious relationship? You might have felt breadcrumbed in the past if this person was sat in any player energy. You may be asking a question pertaining to divorce. Have you actually divorced? It might be, Virgo, that with the Six of Pentacles, you're talking about children, child support. It may be this is you wanting to make sure this would be an equal give and take relationship this time. What are you doing here? High Priestess. You're pulling back and you're doing some thinking. You're going to lean into your intuition. I don't think, Virgo, you're fearing this person isn't telling you the truth. If anything, Virgo, you may be realizing they are quietly finalizing a divorce if they did actually end a connection, but nothing more serious than that. This would be good news, right? You're just going to use your intuition, Virgo, and you're going to sit and think about the past. You're going to sit and think about the past. Think about when you two met, which could have been a long time ago. You may be thinking about a child or children. You may be even receiving an apology from this person about the past. I should have chosen you. I'm sorry, right? Let's find out if this is going to work out, guys. Final card, that one. Okay. Six of Wands. Virgo, this has a really good chance of going all the way. This has a really good chance of working out. This could be highly successful. Archangel Michael's asking me to move into a messages deck. Okay, doesn't usually happen, but let's do that. Here we go, guys. The Hidden Truth Oracle. The Hidden Truth. Let's find out what this person might be hiding. Okay, what have we got, Archangel Michael, please? This one. You were the best thing in my life. That's really beautiful, guys. Okay. My life is not as together as it seems. They may be wrapping up a will, an estate, if their partner's passed. They could be finalizing a divorce, okay? They may feel a little bit all over the place emotionally. You came closer than anyone. This tells me, Virgo, that you may well have been the one that got away, and they are now moving towards you because they feel the time is right. Yeah, wow, look at that. That's unreal. The timing just wasn't right for us. Okay, Virgo, this is someone who felt that you and they should have been together, should have built a life together in the past, but it wasn't the right time, or you two headed off to be with different people, or you two moved miles away from each other. Now is the right time, guys. All right, final message for my lovely Virgos. This is going to be successful, guys. I love you. Those 3 little words. Virgo, this is beautiful. This is a lovely ending to this reading. I think you guys are going to make it. Take it slow, give it time. But I think this was a destined connection, and this is the divine bringing you two together at exactly the right time, which is now. Okay? So people, I am going to leave it there. Let me know if this is your story. Take care of you guys, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.